top and soaks. Hi! Sophie, do you want to try wine with us?
Sophie's getting into the B-roll.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not convinced. But this makes better B-roll. You want wine? You have to be 21 or older, ma'am. Yeah. I don't make the rules, I just follow them. Sophie, are you ready for your wine? This is not for cats. Anyways, so now comes possibly your favorite part. We're going to taste all the wine now. And I brought him with me, that way you can get a second opinion. But we also know nothing about wine.
Except that it tastes good, and that's why I'm here.
Mm-hmm. We've done like some wine tastings at some vineyards around here. I was going to say breweries, not breweries. Vineyards. Vineyards are different. Yeah, so I did do a little bit of work, like 30 seconds of it, organizing this from the dry to the sweet whites, because that's what they do at the vineyards when you do a wine tasting. And then I did from the light-bodied red to the full-bodied red. So hypothetically, you're supposed to drink white before red is what I was always told. So that's what we're going to do here. Correct me if I'm wrong. Please comment down below. I want to know. I want to learn. I want to know what love is. That was a bad joke.
Oh, so this is the part where I just drink these as fast as possible, back to back to back, right? Girl, do it. All right.
Anyways, so what I want to do is I want you to taste this, and you're gonna tell me what you think it tastes like, and I'm gonna see how it compares to the card for funsies.
Okay.
No pressure. There's no
pressure.
No right or wrong answers. I want to see how good our palates are. Mostly yours, I guess, or we can alternate.
Let's alternate, because I'm going to say, like, oh, it tastes earthy and like berries, and you're going to be like, oh, it's supposed to taste like the sky and like oranges.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Anyway, so this first one is Dreamlet. It is a Sauvignon Blanc. And we did learn on our last cruise, during our fancy chef's table dinner, that like you're supposed to like swirl the wine to get the aromas, and that you can tell roughly how much alcohol content there is in it by how fast or slow it dribbles down the glass after you swirl it. And you're like supposed to compare colors and stuff. But all of these colors, all the whites look pretty similar, and all the reds mostly look similar.
I'm gonna guess the alcohol content based on the taste.
Okay.
Does that say alcohol content on it?
It does.
Okay.
And I'm double checking the cards. They all have slightly different alcohol contents.
Got it. And out of my own curiosity, does that list like retail price? Okay. All right. Well,
I did. So we were trying to figure out whether or not we were going to get our money's worth by doing this before we actually signed up, and they like actually told me what they were going to send me before I had to like put in my credit card info and everything. So I did try to find these retail, and I had a hard time finding these retail. So I was like, you know what?
you have 12 minutes. In 12 minutes, the feeder will go up.
Anyway, what were we talking about?
Retail pricing.
Anyway, I had a hard time finding these online to buy, so we're just gonna go with it.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, it's within our price range.
Okay, so it's a very, very light wine.
Okay.
One of the lightest wines I've ever had, I think.
It does say it is a light-bodied white, so you do get a point there.
I mean, this isn't just light body. It tastes like water.
Okay, okay.
It's good. I taste maybe a hint of rose.
Rose, okay.
Nothing.
Nothing. That you have no other comments? Do you want me to tell you the answer?
Give me one more second.
Okay.
So again, it's very watery. I mean, very, very watery. I would actually not say it does not taste cheap. It doesn't taste like $2 chuck.
Well, that's good. We're getting your money's worth.
Yeah, it tastes good. It's just very, very light. And I'm used to like gasoline.
He's a red wine person.
Yeah.
So.
I like it very full-bodied and rich. Yeah, honestly, I can't even put my finger on it. It's just so light.
Okay.
Go ahead and tell me.
All right, ready? Okay, so loaded with notes of tart green apple, acidic citrus, and fresh lemongrass, this wine is crisp and dry with lighter body and a touch of bitterness in the finish.
Okay.
Would you agree or disagree?
I agree with a hint of bitterness. Did you say lemongrass?
Yes.
Okay, maybe a tiny remote hint of lemongrass, but lemongrass on its own is very light in flavor. And so, yeah, but go ahead and give it a try. Give it a try and let me know what you think.
Do you want to guess alcohol percentage or no?
Yes. 11?
13 and a half.
Way more alcoholic than I thought. I could barely taste anything. Honestly, if I was going to the gym and this was my hydration drink, I would not notice the difference between this and water.
Is this what you do at the gym?
Yes.
You put wine in your little...
I mean, gotta have fun somehow.
Anyway, I'm gonna taste this now.
Grapefruit. This is the lightest grapefruit I've ever heard of. Maybe a little bitterness, but
Honestly, out of everything, I do say I might taste the grapefruit more than anything else.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But everyone's palate is different,
That's
and we're nowhere near sommeliers, so what do we know?
No, we're closer to alcoholics than sommelier, so whatever.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Remember that video I posted where I was like, we have one glass of wine and we're drunk?
Yeah. Yeah, we are lightweights. We're gonna pass out after this tasting. It's gonna be wonderful. We have to finish 7 bottles before they go bad.
We're fine.
We're gonna die.
That time I got a little bit of lemongrass, I think. I don't know. But also, my brain is also very powerful to the power of suggestion, if you will.
Got it.
So we're gonna take a quick break for a second. I'm gonna grab my water. We're gonna cleanse our palate real quick, and then we'll go on to the next wine.
Okay.
You ready? I am swirling the wine. Oh, this definitely has a different smell to it than the first one. I'm not sure what the smell is. I'm really better at identifying smells in wines.
Can I smell it just for funsies? Yeah. Okay, that smells very different from the first one. Interesting. I did not get these items on this list. I got a hint of one of them from that smell.
Yeah?
But then I got something totally different.
So I'm supposed to guess flavors?
Yeah.
Okay. Just let me get another sip of this.
Yes.
I'm gonna guess some kind of stone fruit.
What is that? I'm sorry.
They're like peaches and plums and stuff like that. Am I anywhere close to right?
No.
I used to work in Kroger produce section. They're called stone fruits. Fun fact.
I'm sorry. I thought this was America.
Okay, I give up. What am I supposed to be tasting?
Zesty. Wait there.
Zesty?
What? Yes, zesty.
Zesty.
What alcohol percentage do you think it is?
1 million.
And what?
Okay, wait. I can't even compare it to the other one. I can kind of compare it, I guess, from what I remember.
And tell me what year vintage this is. There she goes.
That's the automatic feeder going off. I don't know if you heard any of that, but
The cat just sprinted across the room to eat. She's fed very well and she's overweight.
13%.
Okay. And what year is the vintage?
I just cheated. It says it on the front of the card. It's 2017.
You could have just totally, you could have been like 2017, but like, okay. Zesty citrus flavors dominate this French white alongside notes of underripe pear, because we know what underripe pear tastes like,
What?
and tart green apple, elevated acidity and slight herbaceousness on the palate. Hints of lemon, grapefruit, lemongrass, and pear.
Okay.
Alcohol of 11.8.
Wrong. I was wrong. I feel like that though, like when I was swirling it, that was, I don't know, less alcoholic looking than this one.
I agree with you. I thought that one was less alcoholic than this one. Is that what you said?
Yes, I think so.
Whatever.
Yes. Whatever we said. We're already drunk.
Yeah, this one tastes more alcoholic than that one, but that one is more alcoholic than this one. Also, the one note I got when I smelled it was grapefruit. And the one note I got when I tasted was grapefruit. And still very, very light. It's still very, but less watery than the first one.
So this is a white blend. I might get a little bit of lemon when I smell it. I don't know. Interesting. Anyway, should we finish this and move on?
Finish it.
Do you want another?
Nope.
More? When you chug it like that, I do get the herbaceousness. But that's not how it's recommended to taste wine. Sippy brick. Whenever you're ready, sir. We're now on to the Boutique Moscato.
I mean, so you gave me a hint. This is a Moscato. So I'm expecting very, very sweet.
Yeah. But hopefully it's not like...
Oh my god. I'm drinking Jolly Rancher.
Jolly Rancher? What kind of Jolly Rancher though? That's the question.
Like peach.
Peach? Okay.
Maybe apricot.
Do they make an apricot Jolly Rancher?
Liquid sugar with more sugar Jolly Rancher. Yo dog, we heard you like sugar. I taste very little alcohol. I mean, I'm guessing like 9%. I mean, if I was to guess, I think something. It's so sweet, the texture is like syrup. Like simple syrup.
Yeah.
My goodness. Pears, that's the closest I can get. But again, very, very sweet. I think those pears at the Asian restaurants you sometimes get out of a can.
Oh,
That's
like
what-
at the Chinese buffet.
Yes.
Yum.
Yes. We're fancy. I was trying to be fancy. She's like, at the buffet.
She's like Asian restaurants. I'm like, we go to the Chinese buffet. Babe.
Buffet.
Oh.
They know we're from Texas, right? Or
Yeah, North Texas. Yeah.
So yeah, actually not bad. Does not taste cheap, but way too sweet for me.
Okay, are you ready to hear the answer?
Yes.
Everything you want in a Moscato, this wine shows dessert-level sweetness with bright, almost candied fruit flavors of nectarine and white cherry, lingering sweet tart finish. With, so the little flavor hints or whatever, apricot, guava,
Guava, yes.
honey, orange blossom.
Okay, but I got apricot.
You did.
I got apricot.
You
wow.
were pretty close on this one.
Um,
And then you said, what, 9% alcohol?
yeah, it's hard to tell. It's just
12.3.
the sugar covers it up. But apricot, I called it,
You did.
and there was something else about Jolly Ranchers, sweet tarts. That's what. Yeah. May I? I'm very curious.
Ooh. Oh, my Lanta, I was not prepared for how sweet that was.
Yeah, yeah. There is definitely honey and guava. Guava was like,
I taste the honey.
yeah.
I definitely taste the honey. This is very sweet.
It's do you feel the thickness? It just coats your mouth and just take Aunt Jemima and just like Gatorade it into your mouth, and that's what this is.
I will say this is like probably the tastiest Moscato I've ever had, considering every single, like, okay, Moscato used to be the one I drank in college. That was like my go-to thing. That was like, I would get a $4 bottle from Walmart. And I've now since refined my taste just a little. And I like drier whites.
$4 bottle from Walmart. We go to the buffet. What else? What else you got?
We like to cruise on Carnival and Royal Caribbean.
from Galveston.
Yeah.
That's right.
We fancy.
Yeah.
Woo.
All right.
Okay, I should probably finish this.
Yeah, that's yours.
All right.
If you want it.
Sippy.
All right. Real quick.
Also, I may have to edit this go at the beginning of the video, or maybe I'll just do another little like thing, like you should be 21 to drink alcohol, but otherwise YouTube says it's okay to drink alcohol on YouTube, so. Yeah, I mostly just get honey from that. Maybe the orange blossom. Okay.
All right, my turn?
Yep.
All right, what year vintage is it? without even tasting it.
Okay, so like, to be fair, I did unbox this before I laid this all out for you. But it said in the reading material that most wine is actually best to consume within a couple of years after it's been made, with some notable exceptions, depending on, you know, how fancy your grape, I don't know, has to do with. Anyway, that's what the box said.
Oh.
And there was also reading material in the box that said, like, if you actually do this subscription, like I mentioned, we're not actually planning on doing the subscription because paying full price for this is not quite our jam. And we're actually gonna have to do a little bit more drinking of the alcohol than normal to get this finished before the red goes bad for sure. Especially since we opened all the bottles at once. But I will say, I think all of the wine we got was between 2017 and 2019. So I'm gonna guess this was a 2018.
You win.
Sorry.
Okay, give it a taste. Let's see what you get.
Okay.
Wait a second.
Wait, a what?
Interesting.
Interesting. Okay. This smells pretty similar to the white blend that I had to try. So I'm gonna guess there's some citrus in there. Yeah, yeah. And then,
Can I smell?
yeah. Is this a 13%?
12.1.
12.1, okay. Okay, let's taste this. Very sweet, but in a different way than this one. You're right where this was almost sickeningly sweet. This is sweet, but it backs off a little bit. I don't know if that makes sense. Like we probably, if I known this was gonna be sweeter, I probably would have put this one here, if that makes sense, and like switch the order of these two. So full disclosure, we had some technical difficulties. So where we last left off is I was about to try and figure out what was in this.
Yep.
So-
And you got one taste in, two tastes in, two gulps, something like that?
I don't know, I already forgot. So I'm gonna go ahead and retaste this. So, yay,
Yeah.
alcohol.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say orange. Yeah,
Calling it.
yeah,
That specifically.
orange blossom maybe.
Orange blossom, maybe. Would you dare to venture? Does it have any peach?
Yes.
How
A
about-
stone fruit, if you will.
How about honey?
Yes.
How about white cherry?
I don't know if I've had words. I'm already drunk. If I've ever had a white cherry.
Technical difficulties give us the ability to see the future.
Yes. I was trying my best to recreate it. Like he called me out.
I called you out. Not the orange blossom guess.
I did say orange,
You
but
did.
then you called me out, and I was like, fine, orange blossom.
No, but she really did guess orange the first time. Yes, so those are the 4 ingredients in this one, or the 4 flavors. It's much less sweet than the last one.
Mhm.
We agreed?
Yeah, these are kind of like the quick notes or whatever. We did have to re-pour ourselves another taster, so. Oh no.
It's much tastier than the last one. I think I said there was more bite than the last one as well.
Yeah, I think I said something along the lines originally of like, it's sweet, but then it like backs off.
Yes.
Mhm.
And the part about putting this one on pancakes, I don't know if that one got in there either.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think this would be good on pancakes. If you could like make it a little bit more syrupy.
A little thicker. Let it, how would you even think of that? I don't even know. It's alcohol.
Stove.
Yeah, but then the alcohol would evaporate. And what's the point?
Flavor. That's all the alcohol wouldn't evaporate, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Either way, I'll finish this and then we can get into the reds, which is probably what you're most excited about.
Yes, I am.
Depending on how I edit this, we have been cleansing our palate in between every glass of wine.
Yeah.
So now we are on our first red.
So full disclosure, I've had one sip of this earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, just a tiny one.
Before we realized our camera stopped working.
Yeah. So it's not my favorite. It's pretty light on the flavor. This does taste like a cheaper red to me.
Okay.
This is going to sound bad, but straight up dirt. Very earthy. I mean, I want to guess it tastes like like roots, like beetroot or potato, something like that.
Okay.
Probably, I don't know, if I was to guess alcohol content, like probably 14.
Okay. Are you ready for the answers, or you still want to contemplate some more?
It's very bitter too. One more second.
Okay.
There's something very bitter in it. God, like, almost like, what do you call the white stuff on an orange? Not the rind, but you know the white stuff between the rind and the fruit?
Yeah.
That stuff. You just chew it and it tastes very bitter.
Sure.
That's what that tastes like.
Ah.
Not my favorite. Too earthy.
What do you normally look for in a red?
That's a good question.
I know we really like the Costco Rioja.
Honestly, I do like some fruitiness.
Mm-hmm.
Some like cherry flavors, cherry notes. I taste no cherry in this, so if you say cherry, I'll be surprised. Maybe this has some licorice in it.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
This cool climate Pinot Noir shows tart red fruit,
Pinot Noir, okay.
flavors like cranberries and cherries. Earthy flavors can be found on the palate with soft tannins and elevated acidity. And I believe you guessed 14%, this is 13%.
Yeah, so definitely very earthy. I mean, like I said, if you said cherry, I'd be surprised. I know.
It smells like red.
Well, not my favorite. But yes, I should have guessed as a Pinot Noir.
Yeah, it's not my favorite either.
Yeah. It does taste cheap to me, honestly.
I get that. It's a light-bodied red.
Yes.
That's the flavor I'm getting for sure. This isn't the Rioja red that I like, which like I put on the profile that like I'm more interested in whites, but I don't mind an interesting red. And this isn't even interesting to me. This tastes like dirt. I agree with you.
There's like imagine some dirt. That's what I got. I actually imagined licking a potato, by the way.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that now. Tasting this.
Like an unwashed potato.
This might be some cooking wine.
Yes. Yeah. I don't think we're gonna drink
I don't know about this one.
Yeah.
This is Still Bend, by the way. It's from Edna Valley, California.
Yeah. You can tell it's a California wine, and then also, it's not that everybody would hate this, but you really have to like earthy wines to like this one. I mean, wow. I think they just straight up just sprinkled some dirt in there.
That's literally the only flavor I get from that. It's just dirt.
Just dirt, yeah.
I don't get the rhubarb, the cranberry, or the cherry at all.
Yeah.
Anyway, water me. Where you thought this Moscato was probably like the worst one, I think so far this is the worst one.
This is the worst one.
Got it.
I prefer the Moscato to that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. My turn for the next red. Smells different. The last one was a 13%. I'm gonna guess a 12, maybe? I don't know.
Give it a taste first.
Give it a taste first. Oh, I think he's saying I'm wrong. Flavor is very different. This is what I would call a true red wine as compared to that nonsense that we just had. Can I just cheat and say it tastes like grapes? Because it's wine.
Winner. That's it. Might as well just give up now.
Like I said, I'm really bad at like figuring out flavors and shit. Shiitake mushrooms. Shiitake mushrooms, that's what I meant to say.
When?
When I just cursed. I used foul language.
You did?
Yeah. This is how under the influence we are already after 5 tasters. Technically 6 because of the technical difficulty.
Yeah. I truly don't. Okay. I don't recall hearing you say anything, but okay. Demonetized.
Joke's on you. I'm not monetized. I need YouTube. Any of you are aware, YouTube has certain monetization policies that, or criteria basically, that have to be in place before they give you money. And I need something ridiculous like 1,000 followers or whatever, and 1,000 upvotes or something. I don't even remember. I'm mostly doing this for funsies. And because I like to watch these later. I don't know how much you like to watch these. I watch these sometimes in my spare time. And I'm like, we're really cute and I love us. I'm also a little intoxicated right now, but this is going to be great for reminiscing on.
Ma'am, this is a Wendy's.
Savage!
I was choosing to say, I'm here to drink, and ma'am, this is a Wendy's. No, don't finish it, I want to taste it. Oh, I forgot to read.
Wait, I never technically guessed. I said grapes. But I'm going to go with a cherry. I'm guessing there's a cherry in there.
Jammy strawberry with raspberry aromas. Spicy black peppercorn on the palate is balanced by a ripe, round mouthfeel, with hints of raspberry, strawberry, plum, and black pepper. I get a hint of black pepper, but not much else. Maybe it's
I get why, if the last one had cherry in it, why this one is more strawberry now in comparison. But I don't get like a strawberry taste at all. You got the black peppercorn?
Hint of black peppercorn, and honestly, I got some black cherry, actually, like some cherry. But
that's what I was thinking too,
yeah,
but...
Maybe I'm mixing up with plum. I don't know. Okay. Also, it's 14.9%.
Whoa!
Yeah, we're getting there.
Alcohol. Okay, you ready for the last one?
Last one.
Cleanse your palate.
Also, likes, subscribes, share.
Like I like to say in my videos recently, do all the things that the YouTube algorithm likes. If you have made it this far into the video, if you truly enjoy our company and our experience. I don't actually know how many people watch this nonsense.
People about it?
Are you ready?
Yes. Are you ready? Never.
Are you ready, kids? That's what you were about to do. Don't lie to me.
That's what I was going to do.
Oh, so also for other reference, continue thinking. So technically a normal box is 6 bottles, but as I mentioned earlier, they were like, do you want us to send you a 7th mystery bottle for like $15? And I was like, why not? Price is right. Honestly, we're more about the $10 a bottle region, but $15, why not mystery bottle? Anyways, continue.
So I think this is the best of the bunch so far. It's lighter, it's not dirt.
Not dirt.
I think it's a little lighter than the last one, so I'm going to guess alcohol percent-wise like 14.
Okay.
How did I do on that?
You were off by 0.1%.
13.9?
Yep.
Cool.
You're like, cool.
Cool.
I'd be like, yeah. But you're like, cool.
I'm lightly intoxicated.
We've had 6 tastings that we've shared.
This is true.
Woo!
I can barely taste anymore.
My tongue does feel a little numb. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Black currant.
Okay.
I don't taste licorice. Again, I taste some cherry. That's it.
That's it?
I don't taste any pepper. I don't taste any Italian seasoning. I don't taste chicken.
Italian seasoning.
Oh no. I don't know what else to... Stone fruit.
This video is just...
We're going downhill.
Woo!
We can condense the video. Erase some of these parts. Oh god. I can kiss monetization goodbye.
you guys, cherry?
Cherry, blackcurrant. Maybe actually some sort of like seasoning. I don't want to say pepper, but it's not cinnamon. I don't know. That's what I got.
Ooh. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Fruity and complex, this Columbia Valley Syrah shows flavors of boysenberry and plum with chocolate and tobacco on the nose. Full in body with balancing acidity and tannins, and the flavor like notes you're supposed to get from this are boysenberry, black cherry, plum, and chocolate.
Did I just say black cherry?
You did? I believe you said black cherry. For sure you said cherry. I'm not sure if you said the black cherry part. I smell this and I get the chocolate.
Kobe.
Like, I definitely smell the chocolate on this. Let's see how this tastes.
I just want to say Kobe. Called black cherry. Called it. Also, may he rest in peace.
I definitely get the chocolate. And I feel like out of all of these, this is probably the closest to the Rioja that we like.
Yeah.
You know?
I think this is the best one, in my opinion.
In your opinion?
Yeah, this is exactly what I prefer.
Honestly, my favorite was probably either this one, which is, normally I'm not into the super sweet whites, or maybe, so this one was the orange muscat, or the gladiolus, or the first one, the dreamlit, the Sauvignon Blanc. But this is also very tasty for a red, so maybe this is definitely my favorite red.
Yep, I agree. And for me, I think this is my favorite. So what is this, the Vanishing Act?
So this was the mystery one that they sent us. This isn't part of the normal, like, because these original 6 were part of the little flavor quiz I took.
Gotcha, and this one's just like a bonus bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Yeah.
My favorite of the whites is going to be the second one, which is the Voyage. I'm not going to try to pronounce the rest of that.
Yeah, I couldn't pronounce it either.
Yeah, that. I will say though that I'm not sure it's worth it.
The whole subscription?
Or $15 for a bottle of this, because it's very similar to that Rioja, which is like $10 a bottle. I think it was $9 last time we bought it. And it's also not too different from the 1.5 liter Kirkland Cabernet that we have up there, which is what I drank on the rig.
Listen, we're about honesty here. Full disclosure.
Yeah.
But I will say, it now has me considering maybe you might like more Syrahs. So I think this was a successful experiment in like kind of figuring out maybe more what we like. Because we do know what we like for the most part. We know he likes more reds. I like Rioja reds, but other reds are just kind of eh. But always I like the drier white wines, words.
Drier whites, got it.
Drier rights, yes. Yeah. Rights for the dryers of the world. Not the washing machines, just the dryers. Anyways. I might end up splitting this video into 2 parts, one for the unboxing and one for the tasting of the wine, since this is running kind of long. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it so much. Like I said, I don't plan on doing another one of these boxes, but I do think I will put the code down below, because I do have a coupon for like up to 3 of my friends to get $45 off of their first box, which I believe was an almost identical coupon to what I got in FabFitFun. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please consider doing all the things, liking, watching, commenting, etc. And have a great day.